Hello friends, welcome to the channel The Word of Ayurveda. In previous episodes, we were talking about the gastrointestinal tract and the process of digestion. We have talked about the role of stomach or amashay in the process of digestion. We told that at the level of stomach, the food remains partially digested. In other words, it remains arm. That's why this particular part is called as amashay. The final digestion of the food and its assimilation, that is absorption, will take in the small intestine. Now the small intestine, which is also called as ileum, in Ayurveda is called grani. This 21 feet long structure is between the pyloric end of the stomach till the cecum. It is further divided into three important areas from functional point of view. The first part, C-shaped structure called a duodenum. This is around 10 to 12 inches in length. Is important from point of view that it receives the important digestive enzymes from pancreas as well as from liver, that is bile, which we commonly call as pitta, as well as pancreatic juice, which we commonly call as agnyashay. Friends, the other component of the small intestine after duodenum is jejunum. This is around 5 to 7 feet in length and is critical that all the final digestions take place in jejunum, and most of the absorption of the food components, whether it is active absorption or passive absorption, takes place in this very part of the small intestine. The rest of the small intestine is known as ileum, where the food component which are digested and not absorbed are further absorbed, and most of the quantity of the micronutrients and fluids are absorbed in the part we call as ileum. In Ayurvedic literature, small intestine is known by the name grani. But looking into literature, we find that the word grani has been used for three different purposes. One, it is an anatomical structure, that is, it is a tube-like structure which exists between the stomach and large intestine. The other component for which grani is used is Pittadhara Kala, that is sixth Pittadhara Kala or Shashti Pittadhara Kala, which is responsible for secretion of the Pachak Pitta for digestion of the ahar or food. And the third nomenclature, grani, is used for grani dosh or grani rog, which is a pathological condition of the small gut when it fails to digest the food properly, and as a result of it leads to chronic diarrhea. Now these three different purposes signify the anatomical, the physiological and the pathological state of the one particular structure. Now as far as the process of digestion is concerned, the very structure of the grani is important. As far as its outer structure are concerned, we know that most of the small intestine floats in the abdominal cavity with the help of omentum, and that helps it in proper mixing, churning, as well as propulsion of the food. At the same time, it is made up of two layers of the muscle. One is the longitudinal muscles and others are the circular muscles. While the circular muscles are responsible for churning of the food or segmental peristalsis, the longitudinal muscles help in forward pushing of the food or forward propulsion of the food, which is characteristically a neural function of the gut. The inner lining of the small intestine is very fine and it contains soft villi. These villi not only increase the surface area of the small gut for proper digestion and absorption of the food, but they are important source of digestive enzymes, and these enzymes are secreted in the small intestine with the help of certain small intestinal glands. Friends, very interesting thing is, while the digestion inside the stomach takes place in the acidic medium, we call it as Amlapak, the digestion in small intestine takes place in alkaline medium. Now this alkalinity of the small intestine is crucial to digestion of the food, especially fat and protein and carbohydrates. This alkalinity is not only maintained by the secretions from within the intestinal glands, but this alkalinity is also possible by continuous flow of bile and pancreatic juice into the small intestine during the process of digestion. Now, if this alkalinity is not there and the acid of the stomach enters the small intestine, it is sure to denature the enzymes of the small intestine. As a result of it, the digestion of the food eaten cannot take place. While bile plays an important function in the digestion of the fat and in maintaining the reaction of the small intestine, it is the pancreas which secretes very important enzymes for digestion of three important food constituents, that is carbohydrates, the fat as well as protein are concerned. Not only this, our food, if it is balanced, it contains lot other macro and micronutrients. It contains electrolytes, it contains minerals, it contains water, it contains vitamins. All need to be absorbed for proper nutrition of the body. And if all are in a proper proportion and they are absorbed or available in the body circulation for nutrition and repair of the body tissue, only then it can be called as adequate ahar ras created by the small intestine. In next episode, we shall be talking about the actual process of digestion in small intestine. I would like to get your feedback on the various episodes of this channel on my email specially created for this channel, the Ayurveda helpline at gmail.com. The Ayurveda helpline at gmail.com. Thank you very much.